Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay and with me is Subha Kaul with the Midday News. The headlines. Home Minister Ahmed Shah says battle against COVID-19 has been fought with the contribution of every citizen of the country under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Recovery rate of COVID patients improves to 62.92%. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu says the pandemic needs to be used for making necessary changes in perspectives and practices of living. Finance Ministry says global tenders up to 200 crore rupees not to be allowed in government procurement. And in Assam, major rivers including Brahmaputra flowing above the danger level. Over 6 lakh people affected from floods in 20 districts. Home Minister Ahmed Shah today said India has fought the battle against COVID-19 successfully so far. He said the country is fighting the pandemic valiantly and the entire world is witnessing it. Mr. Shah said this battle has been fought not by the government alone, but with the contribution of each and every citizen of the country.
पूरी दुनिया देख रही है कि कोरोना के खिलाफ समग्र विश्व में सफल से सफल जंग अगर कहीं लड़ी गई है तो अपने भारत के अंदर लड़ी गई है, प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में लड़ी। दुनिया भर में ये जंग सिर्फ सरकारें लड़ी और हमारे यहाँ ये जंग सरकार के साथ साथ 130 करोड़ की आबादी, सभी राज्य सरकारें और एक एक व्यक्ति लड़ा। एक जन, एक मन, एक राष्ट्र की सूत्र को चरितार्थ करते हुए इस जंग में आज हम अच्छे मकाम पर खड़े डटकर लड़ रहे हैं। कहीं डर का माहौल नहीं है और मैं आज देश के गृह मंत्री के नाते बड़े गर्व के साथ कहना चाहता हूं कि भारत ये जो जंग लड़ रहा है इसमें हमारे सभी सुरक्षा बलों का भी बहुत बड़ा योगदान है।
Participating in a tree plantation campaign run by the Central Armed Police Forces in Gurugram today, Mr. Shah said there was apprehension about how a huge country like India, which has 130 crore population, can fight this battle. But the world is seeing the successful fight against this pandemic under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The minister said the security forces are playing a significant role in containing COVID-19 and the security forces have proved that they not only know how to fight terrorism but also fight COVID with the help of people.
और आज मैं वो सभी कोरोना वॉरियर्स को इस मंच से सलाम करना चाहता हूं, उनकी हौसला अफजाई भी करना चाहता हूं कि आपने एक नया उदाहरण देश और दुनिया के सामने रखा है कि आप सिर्फ सुरक्षा की चिंता नहीं करते, आतंकवाद के खिलाफ सिर्फ लड़ना नहीं जानते, आप लोगों से कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर कोरोना के खिलाफ भी लड़ाई इतनी मुस्तैदी के साथ लड़ रहे हैं।
The government today said in the last 24 hours alone, 19,235 people have recovered from COVID-19 and the recovery rate is improved to 62.92%. So far, a total of 5,34,621 people have recovered in the country, which is much higher than the total number of active corona cases of 2,92,258. In terms of number of people recovered from COVID-19, Maharashtra stands at top, followed by Delhi and Tamil Nadu. There are 18 states and union territories which have recovery rate above the national average. The top 5 states and union territories are Ladakh, Uttarakhand, Delhi, Chhattisgarh and Himachal Pradesh, where the recovery rate is above 76%. The Health and Family Welfare Ministry said a total of 28,637 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the country within 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 8,49,553. This is the highest spike in fresh cases recorded in one day since the outbreak of the pandemic in the country. In a single day, 551 deaths have been reported, taking the nationwide toll to 22,674. The case fatality rate is 2.66% in the country. According to ICMR report, a total of 2,80,151 samples were tested for coronavirus in the last 24 hours. Overall, 1,15,87,153 tests have been conducted so far.
Vice President Venkaiah Naidu has urged the people to introspect on the life during the last few months under coronavirus and assess if they have learnt right lessons and equipped themselves to face such uncertainties. In his Facebook page, Mr. Naidu said the pandemic needs to be looked at not only as a disaster, but also as a corrector for making necessary changes in the perspectives and practices of living. He said constant evaluation of the course of life in all its manifestations and in the totality of context is an essential prerequisite for a higher living. Health and Family Welfare Ministry has advised the states that all the investigational therapies are required to be carried out only in proper healthcare facilities where close monitoring of patients is possible. Indian Council of Medical Research and AIIMS have strongly recommended that the focus of clinical management should continue to remain an oxygen therapy, steroids, high-quality supportive care, including mental health counseling for patients and families. For mild cases, which are nearly 80% of the total cases, hydroxychloroquine has been recommended. The ministry said pursuit of an effective treatment for COVID-19 has also resulted in reproposing of several drugs which are not a part of the main clinical management protocol but have been indicated as investigational therapies. Remdesivir, convalescent plasma, tocilizumab have been put under the investigational therapies in the clinical management of protocol for COVID-19. Health Ministry said these drugs are only permitted for restricted emergency use for COVID-19 and can be used in specific subgroups of patients. ICMR and AIIMS have strictly suggested the hospitals that their indiscriminate use can cause more harm than good. The states were also told that the available evidence of remdesivir suggests that it may decrease the time for clinical improvement when used in moderate to severe cases. However, there have been no benefits in terms of reduced mortality. Similarly, studies on tocilizumab have not shown any benefits in mortality reduction.
In Uttar Pradesh, former Indian cricketer and Uttar Pradesh Cabinet Minister Chetan Chauhan has tested positive for COVID-19. The 72-year-old Chauhan underwent the test on Friday and report came yesterday. He is admitted to the Sanjay Gandhi PGI hospital in Lucknow. Chauhan holds the Sainik Welfare Home Guards PRD and Civil Security Ministry in the UP cabinet. In Bihar, complete lockdown has been imposed in 3 districts of Gaya, Saharsa and Araria beginning today. With this, 18 districts of the state comes under lockdown. More from a correspondent.
8-day lockdown has been imposed in Araria district, 5-day lockdown in Saharsa, while lockdown will continue till further order in Gaya district of the state. Except essential services, all activities has been stopped in lockdown areas. For conveyance, public transport is allowed. However, private vehicles are limited to essential works only. Trains and flight services has been allowed. Meanwhile, with 700 new cases, the tally is now 15,039 in the state. In all, 10,991 persons has been recovered so far. Presently, 3,929 patients are undergoing treatment at various hospitals. Recovery rate in Bihar stands at over 73%. With KK Lal's report from Patna, Sanjeev Jasotia, AIR News.
Today being Sunday, Tamil Nadu observes total lockdown throughout the state. It is aimed at avoiding overcrowding in public spaces and to avoid spurt in new COVID-19 cases. Meanwhile, the State Health Department has said in a statement in Chennai, an order has been placed for the purchase of 43,000 finger pulse oximeters. A batch of 20,000 of them has arrived and rest is expected soon. The release says they would be used for reading the oxygen saturation levels in the blood of those COVID-19 patients who are under home isolation or in COVID care centers across the state. When the level falls below the threshold, they could immediately be rushed to tertiary care in hospitals. The devices are also to be widely used in the ongoing fever camps in Chennai and other places to identify suspected cases with the viral infections and test them. In Madhya Pradesh, the number of corona-infected people has reached more than 17,000 and 13,000 people have recovered. In view of the increasing cases of corona, lockdown has been ordered in the entire Madhya Pradesh on Sunday. During the lockdown, all markets, offices and business establishments will remain completely closed. However, essential shops, hospitals and transportation services associated with emergency services are exempted. In Bhopal, all markets remained completely closed and there was little movement on the roads. Markets were closed in other big cities including Indore, Jabalpur, Gwalior and rural areas.
In Gujarat, the daily testing rate for COVID-19 in July has been increased by 41% compared to previous month. According to official sources, the positive cases per 100 tests has increased marginally from 9.8% in June to 10% in July. More from an Ahmedabad correspondent.
Gujarat government has increased the daily test for COVID-19 in the state. Similarly, Ahmedabad and Surat municipal corporations have also increased testing drives in the micro-containment zones. More than 4,57,000 tests have been carried out in the state till date. Meanwhile, Amreli-based youth Siddhant Venkaiah has developed a video conferencing mobile application, Profism Call. CEO of his startup, Profism Technologies, Mr. Venkaiah claimed that his application has been developed within 14 days after Atmanirbhar Bharat call by the Prime Minister. He said that this application will be very useful in online education and corporate meetings. With Harish Nak in Amreli, Yogesh Pandya, AR News, Ahmedabad.
To prevent the spread of COVID-19 infection, Rajasthan government has issued an order to regulate the interstate movement of people. This is the second time that the government has taken steps to regulate the movement of people in a month. More from a correspondent.
People who intend to move outside the state shall now be required to obtain a pass. District collector, sub-divisional officer, police officials and local police stations have been authorized to issue passes. For the entry of people outside the state by road, such persons will be screened at the checkpost established at interstate borders. Personal IDs would also be checked at borders. Counters will be set up at airports, railway stations and bus stands that may provide on-the-spot passes after the verification. Meanwhile, more than 500 cases of COVID-19 are being reported in the state from last 10 days. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
In West Bengal, lockdown is continuing in containment zones in the state. Our correspondent reports that the state administration has taken various measures to contain the spread of the disease. Here is a report.
According to the latest medical bulletin of the health department, record number of over 1,300 people have been tested corona positive in a single day. With these, total number of infected persons in the state stands at 28,453. The death toll has risen to 906, with 26 fresh deaths were recorded in last 24 hours. Altogether, over 9,588 corona positive patients are under treatment at different hospitals. Around 18,000 people have been discharged from hospitals after recovery. The rate of recovery stands at 63%. Arijit Chakraborty, AIR News, Kolkata.
Doctors of Nanavati Hospital who are treating megastar Amitabh Bachchan and his son Abhishek for COVID-19 have said that the father-son duo have very mild symptoms and oxygen and ventilator support is not required for the treatment. Mr. Bachchan's wife Jaya Bachchan, daughter-in-law Aishwarya Rai Bachchan and granddaughter Aradhya have tested negative. However, the coronavirus has made inroads into the posh localities of the mega city. Our Mumbai correspondent has filed this report.
Even as the Mumbai civic administration and state government has been able to contain the spread of COVID-19 in densely populated Dharavi, the contagion has now spread into the posh localities and bungalows of celebrities. After Amitabh and Abhishek Bachchan tested positive, now the mother of actor Anupam Kher has tested positive for the virus. The actor himself has revealed it through a tweet. However, Mr. Kher has tested negative. On the other hand, a total of 14 employees have tested COVID positive at Raj Bhavan, Mumbai, which also includes senior officials. The civic administration has requested Governor Bhagat Singh Koshari and other officers and staff to self-quarantine. Kunal Shinde, AIR News, Mumbai.
A special campaign to identify people with fever and to start anti-corona treatment at the earliest has been initiated by Trichy Corporation area of Tamil Nadu. The district collector Sivarasu as well as the corporation commissioner Shiva Subramaniam has requested the public to cooperate with this campaign. Speaking to AI News, they clarified the special teams consisting of officials from police, health and the corporation will be visiting all the 65 corporation wards as part of the campaign. A number of fever camps also been held as part of the campaign. In a series, Experts Speak, we bring you the views of the leading medical experts on COVID-19. Dr. Anand Mohan, head of pulmonary medicine AIMS, has advised people not to take medicines like hydroxychloroquine or anti-malarial drugs without prescription by a doctor.
Please do not take medicines such as azithromycin, other antibiotics, antivirals or hydroxychloroquine or other antimalarials without a proper prescription by a doctor. Do not self-medicate.
Ms. Jacinta Gunjial, Senior Nursing Officer AIMS, has stressed on the need for social distancing.
Social distancing is a non-pharmaceutical infection prevention and control intervention to break the chain of infection.
The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its bilingual live phone-in program tonight, will bring you a special discussion on COVID-19. Professor Medicine, Lady Hardinge Medical College, Dr. Anupam Prakash, will participate in the discussion. This can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. Listeners can ask questions to the expert on toll-free telephone number 1800-115767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You can also follow us on the News on AIR app for updates. You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Home Minister Ahmed Shah says battle against COVID-19 is being fought with the contribution of every citizen of the country under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Recovery rate of COVID patients improves to 62.92%. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu says the pandemic needs to be used for making necessary changes in perspectives and practices of living. Finance Ministry says global tenders up to 200 crore rupees not to be allowed in government procurement. And in Assam, major rivers including Brahmaputra flowing above danger level. Over 8 lakh people affected from floods in 20 districts. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
The government has decided that global tenders will be disallowed in government procurement tenders up to 200 crore rupees. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman reviewed implementation of the Atmanirbhar Bharat package pertaining to Ministries of Finance and Corporate Affairs. In the review, it was decided that no global tender enquiry (GTE) shall be invited for tenders up to 200 crore rupees unless prior approval is obtained from the Cabinet Secretariat. Giving relief to contractors, it was announced that all central agencies like Railways, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways and CPWD will give extension of up to 6 months for completion of contractual obligations, including in respect of EPC and concession agreements. Finance Minister announced that the centre has decided to accede to the request and increase borrowing limits of states from 3% to 5% from 2020-21 only in view of the unprecedented situation. This will give states extra resources of 4,28,000 crore rupees. Road Transport and Highways Ministry has decided to ensure capturing of FASTag details for registering or issuing fitness certificates to vehicles all over the country. The ministry has written a letter in this regard to the National Informatics Centre, states and union territories. It has informed that full integration of the National Electronic Toll Collection with Vahan Portal has been achieved. The ministry said fitment of FASTag is to ensure that vehicles crossing the national highway, fee plazas use electronic medium of FASTag payment and cash payment is avoided. FASTag will also be effective in minimizing possibilities of spreading COVID at the national highway toll plazas.
In Assam, several major rivers, including the Brahmaputra, are flowing above the danger level and over 8.5 lakh people are affected due to floods in 20 districts. Floodwaters also damaged 46,000 hectares of agricultural land. 2 persons lost their lives today due to landslides at 12th Mile near Guwahati. Over 9,000 people are taking shelter at relief camps. Dhemaji and Barpeta are among the worst affected districts. SDRF and NDRF teams are deployed in relief and rescue works. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has said that disengagement and de-escalation process has been agreed upon between India and China and the work is in progress. He said India has agreed on the need to disengage because the troops on both sides are deployed very close to each other. So there is a disengagement and de-escalation process which has been agreed upon. He said the process of disengagement has just commenced and it is very much a work in progress. Dr. Jaishankar was speaking at India Global Week 2020 yesterday. Recently, India and China began a long process of disengagement in eastern Ladakh after talks between National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi.
Uttar Pradesh government has formed a special investigation team SIT to probe cases related to dreaded criminal Vikas Dubey and his associates. This SIT will submit its report before 31st July. The SIT, headed by Additional Chief Secretary Sanjay Bhushya Reddy, will have 2 senior police officers, ADG Hariram Sharma and DIG J. Ravindra Gaur as members. Here is the report.
The special investigation team will thoroughly investigate the Vikas Dubey case and will try to find answers of those questions which are rising about his connections with officers, nexus between him and police, his modus operandi, properties and black money. It will also investigate that what action police took about complaints registered against Dubey and his associates under Gangster Act, Gunda Act and NSA. The call recording details of Dubey and his accomplices of past 1 year will also come under investigation. Most importantly, the SIT will also investigate what had happened in the night of July 2 to 3 when a police team had gone to raid and came under attack. 8 police personnel were killed that night in firing between police and Vikas Dubey's henchmen. It will be investigated whether lapses were committed in getting intelligence about the firepower and weapons with Dubey. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
National Investigation Agency NIA has nabbed the prime accused in Kerala gold smuggling case. Both accused, Sapna Prabhas Suresh and accomplice Sandeep Nair, were arrested from Bengaluru yesterday evening. They will be produced before the NIA office in Cochin today. The Customs Department had on July 5th seized 30 kg gold worth 15 crore rupees concealed in diplomatic consignment at the Thiruvananthapuram International Airport. Sapna Suresh was on the run following the gold seizure. She was employed in Space Park and the Kerala State Information Technology Infrastructure Limited, KSITL, which comes under the IT department, a portfolio held by the Kerala Chief Minister. Amid reports of infighting in the Rajasthan government, senior Congress leader Kapil Sibal has said he is worried for his party. In a tweet, he questioned whether the party will wake up only after the horses are bolted from the stables. There are reports of power tussle within the Rajasthan Congress party. However, Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot has accused BJP of trying to destabilize his government. But the charges were outrightly rejected by the state BJP chief, Satish Punia, saying whatever is going on with the Congress is the result of infighting within the party between two leaders.
Renowned cartoonist Awadh bin Hasan Jami, popularly known as Jami, passed away in Jamnagar yesterday. He was 77. His cartoons were regularly published in leading Gujarati daily newspapers and news magazines for more than 2 decades. Mr. Jami was a drawing teacher at Kendra Vidyalaya, Jamnagar. He became a full-time cartoonist after retirement. Petroleum and Natural Gas Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has appealed to Indian students from various top global universities to come and innovate in India to explore the emerging opportunities. He was interacting with a vibrant group of young overseas Indian scholars, students and friends yesterday on last mile energy access in India. Articulating India's energy vision, Mr. Pradhan said, Prime Minister has envisioned a clear roadmap for India's energy future, which rests on 5 key enablers. They are energy availability and accessibility for all, affordability to the poorest of poor, efficiency in energy use, sustainability for combating climate change, and energy security for mitigating global uncertainties. About self-reliance in oil and gas sector, Mr. Pradhan said, the government has set a target for reduction of 10% in energy import dependency by 2022. He also talked about India's energy diplomacy and said India has made its presence felt in the global energy map.
In Uttar Pradesh, swarms of locusts have caused severe damage to crops at various places in the state. Agriculture Department alerted farmers regarding the locusts and people are taking various steps to save crops from the attacking insects. The swarm reached Sitapur district yesterday and caused destruction to the crops in 4 tehsils of the district. More from a Lucknow correspondent.
A swarm of locusts that entered Sitapur district has caused a big loss to crops in various villages of 10 blocks under 4 tehsils, Misrik, Maholi, Mahmudabad and Biswa. Farmers and officials of Agriculture Department scared away the locusts out of fields by clanging thalis, drums and producing sounds by various other means. According to Agriculture Department, the locust swarm that entered from Hardoi district has flown towards Bahraich district where farmers have been put on alert. One swarm was witnessed in Safipur block of Unnao district yesterday, where Agriculture Department sprayed pesticides on it. Another swarm was seen flying from Etah district towards Farkhawad and Kannauj districts. MS Yadav, AIR News, Lucknow.
Indian Coast Guard rescued 6 Sri Lankan fishermen from the exclusive economic zone EEZ in Andaman Sea. During the EEZ surveillance of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the ICG Dornier located a boat adrift at approximately 190 nautical miles northwest of Port Blair. The boat has been identified as Sri Lankan and was reported in distress due to technical snag. Acting over the situation, a rescue mission was launched from Port Blair. ICG ship Raj Kamal rescued 6 Sri Lankan fishermen along with the boat early yesterday morning.
Niti Aayog's Atal Innovation Mission has launched the ATL app development module for school children across the country. The ATL app is an online course which is completely free. Through 6 project-based learning modules and online mentoring sessions, young innovators can learn to build mobile apps in various Indian languages and showcase their talent. Additionally, to build capacities and acumen for app development within school teachers, periodic teacher training sessions will be conducted on the AIM app development course. Niti Aayog Chief Executive Officer Amitabh Kant has said that COVID-19 pandemic has brought about a big disruption which is being tackled through the use of technology to aid for everyday lives. He said the Prime Minister has been encouraging the citizens to use technology and innovate for an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Mr. Kant said it is crucial for the young Indians to learn skills at a young age and to enable them to become the next generation of technology leaders. In Nagaland, 23 more persons have been tested positive for COVID-19 on Sunday morning, taking the total number of COVID-19 cases in the state spiked to 771. In a tweet, Health Minister S. Pangnew Phom informed that out of the 23 new cases, 18 are from Dimapur, 4 from Phek and 1 from Kohima tested positive for COVID-19. With this, the number of active cases in the state stands to 458, while 313 have recovered. Nagaland has also so far not reported any COVID-19 related death. Arunachal Pradesh government has extended the ongoing total lockdown clamped on July 6th in Itanagar Capital Region ICR by 1 more week in view of spike in COVID-19 cases. Addressing a digital press conference yesterday, Chief Secretary Naresh Kumar said that the cabinet meeting took cognizance of the increasing number of COVID-19 cases in the capital region and decided that the lockdown will be extended by 1 more week till 5 a.m. of July 20th. Mr. Kumar denied of any community transmission of the virus in the capital region.
Now let us take a look at the weather updates for today. The national capital Delhi is witnessing cloudy sky today and heavy rain is also expected. The minimum temperature was recorded at 24 degrees Celsius, while the maximum is expected to be around 35 degrees. Mumbai will have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. The city witnessed a minimum temperature of 26 degrees Celsius and will have a maximum of around 34 degrees. In Chennai, the temperature will hover between 26 and 35 degrees Celsius. The city will have generally cloudy sky towards evening or night with possibility of rain or thunder showers accompanied with squall. Kolkata will have partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. The maximum temperature will be nearly 35 degrees. In Jammu and Kashmir, the minimum temperature was 26 degrees Celsius in Jammu, while the maximum will be around 34 degrees. The city is likely to have partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. In Srinagar, the temperature will hover between 16 and 31 degrees Celsius. The city is expected to witness partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. In Gilgit, the minimum temperature was recorded at 18 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 33 degrees. It is expected to have thunderstorm with rain. Muzaffarabad may see partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. The place witnessed a minimum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius, while maximum temperature will be around 35 degrees. Chandigarh will see generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. The minimum temperature was recorded at 22 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature will be around 35 degrees. Bangalore is expected to have temperatures between 21 and 29 degrees Celsius. The city will experience cloudy sky with moderate rain. Ahmedabad will also have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Minimum temperature in the city was 25 degrees Celsius, while maximum is expected to be around 36 degrees. Generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers are expected in Patna. The temperature will fluctuate between 27 and 34 degrees Celsius. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Home Minister Ahmed Shah says battle against COVID-19 has been fought with the contribution of every citizen of the country under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Recovery rate of COVID patients improves to 62.92%. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu says the pandemic needs to be used for making necessary changes in perspectives and practices of living. Finance Ministry says global tenders up to 200 crore rupees not to be allowed in government procurement. And in Assam, major rivers including Brahmaputra flowing above danger level, over 8 lakh people affected from floods in 21 districts. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com and News on Air app. And with that, we end the Midday News.